Hi, this is Vi from Scrappy Mania, and today I want to create this doll, and I want to create it using a template instead of the die. Some time ago, I went to Tuesday Morning and I was able to find these stamps, and I think I went the other day and they still had them. And these stamps are from Sizzix, Susan's Garden, and it came with some dies. However, Tuesday Morning did not have the Sizzix XL die. That is the one that you need to use for the body and the background for the wings and the legs and so forth. So I was fortunate enough to be able to find this die at a website for $15. But if you look for this die online, eBay is selling it for like $50, and other places are selling it pretty much about that price. And you know, $30, $50. I even saw it at $60. So it's kind of hard to come by because it's the die has been discontinued. So there's not really places where you can get it other than like an eBay or those kind of stores. And sometimes when they discontinue something, it costs you more because you know, you can't find it anywhere. So what I want to do is I want to use my Prima template. So this template I bought some time ago, and it's from Julie Nutting, and it has legs, and these are the hands, these are the legs, and I thought this might work for my little fairy doll. So I'm going to use that. We'll see how that works. I also had another viewer that told me that maybe using a Prima doll might work. So I'm going to try that out in my next video. We'll use a Prima doll to see if I can layer it with these stamps and it looks good. So let's kind of experiment. So I got this paper also at Tuesday Morning in a stack, and it was 99 cents. Okay, so now we're ready to trace our body. So I'm going to go ahead and trace it out. So now I'm going to go ahead and stamp my images on this watercolor paper. It's hot press, and it's by Fluid. I got this at Jerry Adorama, but you can go ahead and use any kind of watercolor paper that you like, because what I want to use watercolor because I'm going to go with my watercolor pencils and give it some color. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp these out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm using my Prima watercolors, and I'm using this black velvet script liner to put some watercolors on this, and then I'm going to cut it out. I found these markers at IKEA. I went to IKEA and I brought some stuff. So I found these markers and I want to test them out and see if they're good. They were only $1.49. So I'm going to use it on this doll and see how well they work. So I have everything cut out, but what we're missing here is the little dress, because we're going to put this here. I'll cut the body so that way it'll fit for the head, and then I'll try to see how we can put this together. But and then the arms are going to come out here. So what I want to do is I need to cut the dress out for the bottom part, because as you can see, there's no really dress, and it's intended that you use flowers for the dress. So I got these Prima. This is the Glorious Flora from Prima. So it's this set. And I'm using this that is like a sunflower, and I'm also, this has a little glitter. So I'm going to go ahead and ink of 140-pound watercolor paper. Okay, so I went ahead and cut all my flowers. That's going to be my skirt. And I think I'm not going to use these in the back because it really doesn't work. I wish they would have made a stamp that had a front and a back so that way I can sandwich it together. But when you put it together, it does not work. So I'm not going to use that. So what I'm going to do, so let me go ahead and bring you down. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and position the shoulder where the shoulders of, I want to position the shoulders where the shoulder is here. So I'm going to put the doll on there, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my pencil and then trace around there. And I already did that, as you can see there. And then I'm just going to cut it right here. Okay, I'm going to bring this over. I'm just going to cut that there. Okay, so now that I have that cut, I'm going to go ahead and place this here. And actually, I need to cut a little more. So let me cut a little more. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and before I glue her down, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and place her legs and her arms onto this dress form. So let's go ahead and place the leg. Yes, let's go ahead and glue this together. So I'm going to use some of my tacky glue. Okay. So now I want to go ahead and glue the flowers. The legs above here, and then I put the brad. For this one, I put it at the bottom. I think works better when you put it at the bottom, because then you don't have to worry about gluing this, and it's not going to glue the legs together. So you still have movement, but you can attach anything you want on top. So I think that's the best solution. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to attach this to the back instead of the front. Okay, so here are my two fairies. So if you find these stamps, then you can easily get it, and then you just need to, if you have this this template and these stamps, you can create your fairies without having to buy the body, because this die is hard to get. I'm also going to create another doll using the Prima dolls to see how that works out. And I hope you like this video, and thank you for watching. Bye now.